Good morning and happy Friday. Welcome to class, and we are going to start with our math warm-up. So I'm going to go through the warm-up just like normal. Just make sure that you have your paper copy or a piece of paper nearby so you can write down your math problems, and then as we complete it, you'll want to turn it in. So let's start off by putting your name on your paper. Please put your name here. And then take a look at the math boxes so you know exactly how it's meant to be when we're writing it in the boxes. And then let's get started. So it says use the digits 6, 11, and 5 to create an addition sentence. So you want to think of your addition facts. Which two numbers would you add together to make the bigger number? So when you're adding, you know the total is going to be the big number. So you would start with 6 plus 5 equals 11. Moving on from that, you're going to do it the same way, but in this case, you're going to flip the 6 and the 5 because the commutative property of addition tells you that you can flip the addends and get the same sum. Next, subtraction. In subtraction, you always start with the biggest number because that's your total. So you start with your total and you're taking away a part, and then you're going to get the other part. So in this case, you could flip these two, but this one has to stay the same. So it's kind of like very similar. It's just the opposite. So here you're flipping it at the equal sign. Here you're flipping it at the addition sign. But the total always has to stay at first in subtraction and last in addition. So hopefully that makes some cool sense for you. Let's get moving. In subtraction, complete and check. So when it says complete and check, you guys know inverse operations, and inverse operations tell us to do the opposite to check your work. So we're going to subtract first, and then we can add to see what the if our answer was correct. So here we have 0 minus 7 you cannot do, so you have to borrow, but you can't borrow from the 0, and you can't borrow from the 0, so you have to borrow from the 6. 6 becomes a 5, 0 becomes a 10, borrow from that, 10 becomes a 9. 0 becomes a 10, borrow from that, 10 becomes a 9. 0 becomes a 10, now you can subtract 10 minus 7, 3, 9 minus 6, 3, 9 minus 5, 4, 5 minus 4, 1. So now what they're saying is take your part that you added, one of your smaller number that you subtracted by 4, 5, 6, 7. Get it? It's just all in order. And then you're subtracting, or now you're going to add because it's inverse operations. So we're going to do the opposite, and we're going to add 1,433. And when you add that, it should equal 6,000 if we did this correctly. So your answer to this is this 1,433, just showing you how to check. You can't show that you checked here. You're just doing it as practice. Rounding, estimate the difference between 932 and 956. So 932 has to change and 756 has to change. When it tells you to round, but it doesn't tell you the position to round it to, like it didn't say it to the tens or the hundreds. Man, I'm trying not to sneeze. I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. I'm sneezing. Gosh, if I could just edit that out, that would be great. But it's already like 7. And no, it's 8 o'clock already. And I want to make sure I get this out to you. Last night was busy with my kids, and I just couldn't get it done last night. So here we go. 932 is going to change, and we're changing it to the greatest place value, which is the 9. The 9 has the 3. The 3 says yes, so the 9 stays the same, and everything else becomes a 0. So you have 900. 756 is going to change, and the 7 is the biggest place value, so 7 asks the 5. 5 says no, so then 7 changes to an 8. Don't forget the question is, are you less than 5? So then 900 minus 800 equals 100. Man, I'm giving you guys all kinds of answers today. Hopefully you're doing the work, not just experiencing me doing the work and then putting your answer. Maybe I need to be a little bit tougher. Sorry. 361 plus 259 You can do it there and draw your line and then add to 423 to it at the end. Or if you feel confident with your addition facts, try going all the way and adding straight down. 1 plus 9 is 10, plus 3 is 13. And then don't forget to carry over. Write 3041 in expanded form. So just like I said it, listen, 3000 plus 40 plus 1. That's expanded form. So you have to write it out. 3000 plus blank plus blank. Next. Use the digits 5, 8, and 7 to estimate the difference between the largest 3-digit number and the smallest. So what's the largest number you can make with this? Start with the biggest number, 8. Next to the biggest number, 7, 5. And then it says the difference between that and the smallest. Well, the smallest would be 578. So you take the smallest numbers. Then it says estimate. So we're going to change these numbers. 8 asks the 7. 7 says no, so the 8 changes to 900. Minus 5 asks the 7. 7 says no. 5 changes to a 6. 900 minus 600, put your answer here, and you're all done. I'm going to post this up so you guys have it. And I look forward to our Friday. I hope that you're ready to work. Don't forget, we have our STAR test today. If you noticed on the Google Classroom, make sure you are working independently, but giving it your best effort. It's going to get difficult as you get things correct. Don't get upset when things get hard. Just keep pushing yourself through. Make an educated guess if it's something way beyond your understanding, and then you'll see that the next question gets a little easier. So do your best. See if you can get your best score possible. Palm.